Welcome to Money Veterans. I'm Monica. Today, we slow down, take a step back, and examine quietly one of the most important transformations of our time. A story that didn't happen overnight and didn't follow a Silicon Valley playbook. Public data shows something remarkable. India has built, layer after layer, one of the most advanced and most inclusive digital infrastructures anywhere in the world. Chapter 1. Aadhaar. Aadhaar is the foundation layer. A secure digital ID for more than 1 billion people. It simplified verification, reduced fraud, and accelerated access to essential services. Opening a bank account, receiving benefits, confirming your identity, actions that once took days, now take seconds. Aadhaar isn't a commercial platform. It's a public rail, and it unlocked everything that came next. Aadhaar, UPI, India Stack, ONDC, digital rails, not owned by one company, but designed as public infrastructure. No forecasts, no recommendations, just a clear-eyed structured look at what the data shows.
Chapter 2. Macro Engine. Hello, I'm Edward. Before we talk about digital infrastructure, let's set the macro context. India is now the world's largest population, more than 1.4 billion people, with a median age around 28, a rising workforce, urbanization, expanding smartphone access, and a broad digital adoption curve. Public data indicates growth around 6 to 7% for several years, not concentrated in one sector, but distributed across consumption, investment, and services. Not a spike, but a long-term pattern, driven by policy continuity, rising incomes, improving connectivity, and demographic momentum. A young population means more workers, more consumers, more entrepreneurs, and more demand for digital tools. Digital public infrastructure doesn't replace this macro engine. It amplifies it by reducing friction, increasing efficiency, and enabling scale across the entire economy.
Chapter 3. UPI. UPI changed payments at scale, instant, interoperable, open, and used by millions every day. Public data shows billions of transactions every month. Street vendors, small shops, professionals, families, from large cities to rural towns. UPI made digital payments normal, accessible, and frictionless, not by forcing one app, but by connecting an entire ecosystem.
Chapter 4. India Stack. Hello, I'm Maya. India Stack is the architectural layer. Aadhaar for identity, e-KYC for verification, UPI for payments, DigiLocker for documents, and consent frameworks for data sharing. Not a single app, not a private ecosystem, but a public digital infrastructure, open to banks, fintechs, platforms, startups, and government services. This model is unique.
Chapter 5. ONDC. The Open Network for Digital Commerce. Not a marketplace, not a platform, but a protocol. Just like UPI is a protocol for payments. Sellers and buyers can connect across different apps. Small businesses can go online without being locked into one ecosystem. It decentralizes e-commerce, shifts power, and opens the field to more competition through public digital rails.
Urban plus rural. In cities, QR codes everywhere, digital documents, UPI for mobility, and daily transactions integrated into everyday life. In rural areas, digital ID for services, direct benefit transfers, mobile payments even on low-cost devices, and community centers offering assisted digital access. This transformation is not limited to advanced users or major cities. It reaches across regions, across income levels, across age groups, and across education levels. Public data shows that digital adoption grows fastest where transaction friction was highest, meaning digital rails often have the greatest impact where traditional infrastructure was limited. Public data also highlights something important. Direct benefit transfers, known as DBT, now reach millions of households instantly, without intermediaries. In rural areas, this reduces delays, increases transparency, and ensures that support arrives exactly where it should. Digital payments and digital ID together create a foundation for inclusion that grows every year.
Chapter 7. Public versus private models. Many countries rely on private platforms for payments, identity, and data. India built these layers as public goods. Interoperability by design, low fees, open competition, rapid innovation, built on shared rails. This changes incentives, changes market structures, and creates a level playing field for both startups and established players. Digital public goods shift power away from walled gardens toward open, competitive ecosystems.
Chapter 8. AI Layer. India is now developing the next layer, AI public infrastructure. Models supporting Indian languages, dialects, and regional contexts. AI tools for agriculture, healthcare, education, financial inclusion, and public services. The principle is simple. Like UPI, AI should be accessible, scalable, interoperable, and built for everyone. Public AI models can reduce costs, reduce dependence on proprietary ecosystems, and help smaller companies innovate. As digital rails expanded payments and identity, AI public goods could expand knowledge, decision-making, and access to essential services at population scale. AI tools are also emerging in agriculture, helping farmers analyze soil, weather, and crop conditions using simple smartphone interfaces. In healthcare, AI supports early detection and remote consultations, especially in regions with fewer medical resources. Public AI infrastructure means these tools are not limited to large companies, but can reach communities at scale.
Chapter 9. SWOT Analysis. Strengths, scale, low cost, interoperability, open architecture, opportunities, startups building on digital rails, inclusion, wider access to services, and global influence, challenges, cybersecurity, digital literacy, infrastructure gaps and continuous upgrades, risks, regulatory complexity, possible fragmentation, and general uncertainties. No predictions, just structural factors analysts monitor.
Chapter 10. Long-term view. Digital infrastructure, compounds, identity, payments, data sharing, and now AI create network effects over time. Small invisible shifts accumulate into long-term structural change. When millions of actions become seconds faster, billions of transactions become cheaper, and public services become easier to access. The macro impact grows quietly, year after year. The biggest transformations are often the ones you barely notice, until they reshape the entire system.
Final takeaway. When digital infrastructure is designed as a public good, it becomes a multiplier. Aadhaar, UPI, India Stack, ONDC, AI. These are not isolated tools. They are rails connecting people, services, and institutions at massive scale.
Thank you for watching. If you appreciate clear explanations and structured analysis, subscribe to Money Veterans. No hype, no forecasts, just public data, context, and strategic perspective. I'm Monica. Less noise, more strategy.